Call meeting to order.
Councilman Samluca?
Here.
Councilman Garrick? Here. Councilwoman Sanchez?
Here.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Here.
Council President Accomando.
Here. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all council members and to all legal newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law, 1975.
The public is hereby advised that any statements made during the meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook may not be privileged or protected, and that persons or entities who take issue with such comments or are offended by same may and have in the past sought legal redress through reports. Any member of the public who addresses the council speaks for themselves and not for the council.
Mayor?
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, great. We're here tonight for a very special occasion. This happens to be one of my favorite jobs as mayor, to honor women in history. We've done this for several years now, and we try to choose outstanding women that fit into certain categories, being community service, outstanding citizen, and business leader, to name a few. So I'm going to get started. Our first recipient is, and then wait for my secretary. Yes, is Rachel Adams Duffy. I'm going to read the proclamation. Whereas Rachel was born in Lodi, New Jersey, to Johanna and her late father, Daniel Adams. At the age of 4, Rachel moved to Saddlebrook, where she now lives with her parents, Jack and Joanna Duffy, and her siblings, Alexis, Emily, and Christopher. Rachel attended the disabled preschool program at Washington School. Then, through the Visions program, she attended Helen I. Smith School and the Saddlebrook Middle School and High School. Rachel received her high school diploma in 2018. Rachel attended Bergen Community College through the Turning Point program and received her certificate in disability advocacy. Currently, Rachel is employed with the Institute for Community Inclusion as a disability advocate advisor. So now, therefore, on this 21st day of March 2024, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in celebration of Women in History Month, wish to honor and recognize Rachel Adams Duffy for her dedication to our community and for sharing awareness of the importance of understanding people with disabilities. I just want to say a few words myself. I've known Rachel now for several years. What I find most exceptional about her, if that's the right way to say it, is that she's so positive and uplifting. She strives to improve and sees the good in people and in situations. I wrote down a quote that I read recently that reminded me of her. It simply says, "Negative people focus on the problem, whereas positive people, like Rachel, focus on the solution." She has shown incredible resilience in the face of many challenges and has accomplished remarkable things. So it's my honor to recognize Rachel Duffy Adams, or Adams Duffy. Did I say it wrong? I probably did. But God bless you. If you want to say a few words, you don't have to if you don't want to. Don't worry about it. No pressure. Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's we have Elena Strepek. I think that's it. Okay, whereas Elena was born in Nisko, Poland, to Joseph and Maria Leseska, and Elena is married 32 years to Chris Strepek, and they have 4 children, Agnes, Michael, Nicole, and David. Elena has been a real estate broker for 28 years and is also a member of the Saddlebrook Women's Club and the Garfield Pulaski organization. Elena supports Saddlebrook by participating and donating to township events. Elena is an animal lover. She has 2 dogs and 2 cats. She also enjoys dancing and gardening. So now, therefore, be it on this 21st day of March, 2024, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in celebration of Women in History Month, wish to honor and recognize Elena for her dedication to our community and her success as a woman in business. Like I said about Rachel, I want to kind of have a couple of things. I know Elena personally now for several years, and she's really built a successful business from scratch, her and her husband, and now ranks as one of the best in our area. As she says on all her cards and her her information that she sends out, advertising, I should say, no one sells it like Elena. So it's a catchy phrase, and she certainly does a great job at that. But as always, she's always shared her success by donating time and money to many causes. She's very involved with the Polish community. She's very much proud of her Polish heritage, and also many Saddlebrook causes as well. Last year, 2023, she was the contingent marshal, Garfield's contingent marshal for the Pulaski Day Parade in New York City. She also, basically, Elena's not afraid to roll up her sleeves and do the hard work. And she's been very successful, and she's always given back a lot to the community. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I feel very privileged. I appreciate the honor. Saddlebrook is close to my heart town because this is the first town that I live with my children. My children went to St. Philip. I belong to St. Philip Church. So I always love and support Saddlebrook. It's a very important town for me. And now I have my business in Saddlebrook. I can grow and I can give back. And that's what I appreciate, getting business and giving back, because I believe in giving back because it's always coming back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elena. I failed to mention, Elena is a member, I said it in the proclamation, but she's now a member of the Women's Club. I think that was recent, and we're lucky to have them, and they're certainly lucky to have you. It's a great partnership here, so thank you, Elena.
I got it. Congratulations.
Okay, next is another Women's Club member, is Sharon Avancha. Sharon? Okay, Sharon. I know Sharon a long time as well. So, whereas Sharon was born to Edward and Geraldine Hill in Passaic, New Jersey, and she has one brother, Edward. Sharon moved to Saddlebrook when she was just 2 years old and has been a resident ever since then. Sharon is married to Martin Avanchuk, and together they have a daughter, Alexandra. Sharon is a graduate of Saddlebrook High School and Bergen Community College. She is working as the Director of Logistics at Martin Bauer Incorporated in Secaucus. Sharon enjoys volunteering and is currently the president of the Saddlebrook Women's Club. In addition to being an animal lover, Some of Sharon's special interests include mentoring her team at work and gardening. So now, therefore, on this 21st day of March, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in celebration of Women in History Month, wish to honor Sharon for her dedication to our community and to recognize her for the impact she has made in our community as a volunteer. Sharon is a very caring and compassionate person. She's always looking to help others. They all seem to have, every one of the women here tonight have that in common. They all want to help. She's an active member of our Community Partnership Committee, always coming up with new ideas to improve the committee. And the goal of the committee is to provide residents in need with assistance. She's the president of the Saddlebrook Women's Club, and I'd like to just do a really big shout out to the Women's Club because anybody that knows anything, no knock on any other civic organization, but by far the Women's Club does the most for the town. And very dedicated to giving back to the community, so we appreciate that. I know.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be recognized, but more importantly, I'd like to recognize the Women's Club. Could you please stand up, my members that are here? Because these are the women. They're a very small club, but these are the women that make it happen. Very small club, 23 members. But without them, I would not have this honor. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have this down by now, you know. Thank God I have her here. Otherwise, it really be a mess. Okay, next we have Dawn Palava. Okay, we have a lot for Dawn. She does an awful lot. Whereas Dawn was born and raised in Paterson, New Jersey, after marrying her husband Michael, they bought a home in Saddlebrook where they have lived ever since. Dawn and Michael have been married for 25 years in Canada. They have 2 children, Michelangelo, 23 years old, and Angelina, 21 years old. Dawn considers herself blessed to also have her mother, Joan Greenland, still with her. Dawn is well known in the special needs community. She oversaw the Saddlebrook Challengers baseball team for 10 years. She's a past vice president of the Smith School PTA and a CCD teacher for religious education for over 10 years. Dawn is currently the assistant coach for the Penguin swim team out of the East Rutherford YMCA. She is also the head of the hospitality committee for St. Philip's the Apostle Church. She is a paraprofessional in Garfield High School and a teacher for applied behavior analysis for autistic children in their homes. Dawn is also the co-chair of Essex Special Skating Club, which is ice skating for challenged children and adults. Dawn is currently enrolled, I don't know where you find all the time, but enrolled in college online at Western Governors University. She is working toward her bachelor's degree in elementary education, grades K through 6, and special education certification. Dawn and her family have been involved with the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, baseball, football, the Angels program, cheerleading, and St. Philip's Church and Choir. So now, therefore, on this 21st day of March 2024, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in celebration of Women in History Month, wish to honor and recognize Dawn for her devotion to Saddlebrook and to the special needs community. So, the definition of Dawn is that is a go-getter, and a go-getter too. She gives 100% and makes everything look easy when she's doing it. She has a very positive attitude and is dedicated to serving her family and the community. I got a quote for you too, okay, from Lou Holtz, the famous basketball coach. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, but attitude determines how well you do it. So.
Thank you.
So the last recipient, unfortunately, couldn't be here, but I'm going to read her proclamation as well. Eileen Pinto. Whereas Eileen is a resident of Saddlebrook for 35 years and is married to John Pinto. Eileen is retired from being the Saddlebrook Deputy Court Administrator for 25 years and is currently a volunteer on the Saddlebrook Volunteer Ambulance Corps, where she has served for 36 years, along with her husband. While on the Saddlebrook Volunteer Ambulance Corps, Eileen served as President, Vice President, Trustee, and she was a delegate for the 2nd District. Eileen and her family have built strong relationships in Saddlebrook, where she remains and enjoying her retirement. So now, therefore, on this 21st day of March, 2024, I, Robert D. White, in celebration of Women in History Month, wish to honor and recognize Eileen for her service as a volunteer and for her dedication to our community. Eileen is a longtime valued member of the Volunteer Ambulance Corps here in Saddlebrook. She also, as I said, worked as our municipal court, as a deputy court clerk for our municipal court. She's always volunteering to aid residents of Saddlebrook. She's a beautiful, giving, and kind-hearted person. So, thank you, Eileen. At this time, I also want to recognize two of my favorite council people, Councilwoman Flo Mazer and Councilwoman Sarah Sanchez, for all their hard work and dedication. Let's make us look good, right? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Do we get a picture of all of this club recipients?
Maybe a group shot of all the ladies with you.
Yeah, it's the council too.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll give like 2 minutes, 3 minutes for everybody to gather, do what they want to do. If you want to stay for the meeting, you can stay. If you want to leave, you can leave. We'll take pictures, do it, you know. Congratulations.
We need one. No, like this one. Everybody smile. All right, great photo. Congratulations.
Well,
Oh, of course, Oh, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you too. Great I know, how come did they, are you bringing it up then, or something? Are you concerned? Oh, well, some people have been there every season. Yeah? Oh, well, that's interesting. See that? You learn. Oh, right, yeah, then you'll see them doing Now it'll have to be 20 years. Sure. The neighbor over there is she's the one who kind of all arrives there.
I'd like to call the meeting back to order. At this time, I'll make a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Motion.
All in favor? Aye. Now open the meeting to the public.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Daniel Basik. I live in Leicester Avenue 499. I've been about a couple of weeks ago regarding the parking of the factory, which is a nightmare for us. Life continue, there's still parking. I know the last time I heard there was a request for more parking for the truck, but instead to give them a truck, they should find people. I spoke to the people, and I said, I'm sorry, guys. The people in the factory are not allowed them to parking there in their own parking because they don't have enough parking. They change shift, even in midnight, they leave the radio on. We cannot wake up in the middle of the night, they throw the garbage in our property. No parking any place on the street. We are not part of the factory. We people who live in the street and we have no right at all. It's continue and non-stop. Instead to give them a more place for the truck, first find out. They have 20 parking and 100 people walking there. Find out what's going on. It's nothing changed, continue. Thank you for listening. And I'd like to know if you do anything about it, or you talk to anybody about it.
To the chair. Yeah, you were here 2 weeks ago. In that 2 weeks, a lot happened. I know that the problem wasn't solved, but
You're welcome to come at 3 o'clock, see what the shift changed, what's going on there.
Right, we know we've been.
Okay, I appreciate it.
You gotta let him talk.
You gotta let me finish, okay?
Thank you.
He's responding to your problem. You wanna listen to him? He's responding to you.
I'm trying to tell you what took place.
Okay,
I know you think nothing took place, but actually a lot did. The town spoke to the management over there. You mentioned about the parking and the trucks. First off, they now, since that whole thing happened with the trucks, they wanted to get a variance to go in the back. They since withdrew that application and they found a location. Their trucks all get parked now in Elmwood Park somewhere. So they rent a location in Elmwood Park. Also, that frees up that space back there, but I don't know, we have to speak to our building department zoning officer whether cars can park back there. I don't see why not. I know they used to
I
years
think
ago.
that's a very good idea.
Right, well, that's one thing, and then the other thing is, they also now are renting a space on Kenny Place behind the Crown Plaza. So part of the operation is gonna move over there. I don't know how many people are moving over there, but that may alleviate some of the congestion there. And, you know, I spoke to them about the litter. You know, they said they would try to do their best to clean up over there. You know,
So I came here, I've been in the building, I spoke with the manager at least 6 times nicely.
Right,
He
right.
said, oh, we will do, and nothing was done. And then before I came, we came here, we tried to be in the night.
Right, right.
I don't mind company grows,
Right.
it's very nice, but
Right, well, of course, you don't want them to grow,
Yeah, but
and they're kind of outgrowing the place, it seems like.
thank you for listening.
You're welcome.
Anyone else wishing to speak?
Hi, my name is Mary Ellen Stepanko. I'm a lifelong resident of Saddlebrook. And I'm here on the topic of a grant application by the county for building a new inclusive playground at the Paley, right at the entrance. And first and foremost, though, I want to stress the fact that no one has opposition to the playground. The problem lies with the logistics and the subsequent changes that will incur. So please let me add that as someone who worked with special needs children for 23 years, the thought that I would even think that a playground would be a wonderful idea for the children really is ridiculous and would be, I feel, totally insulting to me. But we all have concerns. I've been passing out pamphlets and everything to my neighbors, and thankfully some are here. And I know we have to go to the county. Some have already been to the county. But I'm here to address this situation and to ask you for support. When we go to the county, we would like support of our elected officials to back us up, if possible. So, some of our concerns are the structure is too close to an extremely busy road and directly next to a bus stop. As of now, only a 4-foot fence is proposed, and obviously that would be inadequate. A large, bright, colorful structure will definitely be a distraction to drivers passing by. No additional parking is proposed. With more people from surrounding towns frequenting the playground, where will everybody park? They'll park on the local streets, and the streets will be so congested, even more than usual during the summertime. Really, it's a hazard to the homeowners, to pedestrians trying to cross the street, and the streets are so crowded that it's really, it impels the EMS vehicles trying to answer calls. When there's so many cars, they can't even turn the corner. They have to go around another way. And I don't know if anybody knows, since I've lived here so long, Lewis Street was specifically made as a cut-through so that fire trucks and whatever can go through to get back to Danaway and Taggart and all those streets back there more quickly than going every which way. So that's our concern. Also, there are other areas in this park that are much more suitable to having a large playground. And I feel, and some others do too, that the field that holds the old ice skating rink and the basketball courts that are no longer being used, it would be wonderful to have it there. And there's a parking lot adjacent to it that would make it easy access for everybody. And as far as the flooding goes, the flooding situation is less at that area because of the fact that the riverbanks there are much higher. Another extremely troubling proposal is the moving of the entrance to the park closer to Lewis Street. This would just be an accident waiting to happen. Having a 4-corner intersection in that location would be disastrous. At least now, all the ins and outs of the streets and the park are staggered, which helps somewhat. And let's not forget about the flooding problem, which is destroying the park. It doesn't have to be a hurricane anymore to flood. It could just be a normal heavy rain. If the flooding situation would be addressed, many other problems would be taken care of. And also, has this soil been remediated again in that area where they plan to put the playground? And has the traffic assessment been done? Because unless you live there, you really don't have a clue of what it's like during the summer and rush hour. And let us not forget that not everyone is on Facebook. Everyone might not know what a QR code is, and everyone might not own a smartphone. But all the county did was put up one, and now I was told 2 signs with a QR code to a, I can't remember the word, because I'm up here nervous. Someplace where you can fill in the information and express your opinion. So the problem is, they didn't put it on the pathway near the playground that's there now. They put it in an obscure area of the parking lot. So we had to really, I went down there several times with my husband and my granddaughter. We were like all over the place trying to find.
So we have a time limit. I'm trying to give you time.
Okay.
So when you get to your point, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm Italian, I guess. Okay. So, as I stated, these are a few of our concerns. And as I also stated, we would like some support when we do meet with the county. So thank you for all your time and consideration. If anyone's interested, I do have pictures of what goes on there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Through the chair, just had a question. Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Is there, have you been advised of a date that they're going to have any kind of hearings on this proposal?
No. I do have friends that have gone, though, to the county for meetings and brought it up. So it's not anything that they don't know about. It's not anything new to some people. We've been there already.
But sometimes they have, it's on the agenda to discuss that. And, certainly,
Right.
we should know about it. Hopefully, they will advise us. But if not, and you get word of that, and your neighbors, and you plan on going, just please, just give us a call so this way we can see if we can attend along with you.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you very much.
I did talk to Commissioner Tonelli today. He was supposed to come here, but unfortunately he wasn't able to because he couldn't get any professionals to come down with him to speak on the project, engineers and so forth. But he did advise me that if anybody wanted to speak about it, they have a meeting every week. They have a work session one week, and then they have the open public meeting the following week. And they'll be more than happy to help out with it.
Okay.
I'm sorry for my voice, it's just, I apologize.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gail Sikorsky, and I live on Graham Court. I'm not a great public speaker. I'm going to read my notes so I can get through everything in 3 minutes, but I can read because I went to Saddlebrook High School and graduated in '74. So I'm here to speak on behalf of myself, a number of my neighbors who could not make tonight's meeting, and a large number of Saddlebrook Park users. All would welcome having an inclusive park within the county park, but many are concerned about the safety of the proposed location. Several of us have expressed these concerns, as you've asked, to the Bergen County Commissioners, to the Executive Director, Mr. Tesco, and several other park directors, including the Land Management Director, but would like to highlight 4 major concerns for you tonight. 1, had the county notified us prior to the comment period that ended January 17th, those of us living close to the proposed site would have expressed concerns about the safety and danger of putting the playground along a busy county road. We are We are clearly aware of the fact that Saddlebrook is heavily trafficked and rarely are cars traveling within the speed limit. After speaking with the county, they are willing to put up a fence higher than the 4-foot fence originally proposed. But I have park friends who have autistic children, and they say that their children are able to climb 6- and 8-foot high fences. And we're very concerned about a child getting hurt or killed by running onto the roadway. And while there may be other things that are negotiable in the grant proposal, we have been told that the location is fairly entrenched. 2, residents living near the park entrance already have to deal with an inadequate amount of parking in the county park. Visitors park on our streets, block our driveways, and most importantly, they basically do not leave enough room for emergency vehicle access. Additional parking was not included in the proposal, and any parking that would be constructed would need to be made of materials that would not further add to our current flooding problems. 3, residents believe that the area, that moving the entrance of the park as planned could potentially pose traffic and cause problems on Saddle River Road and Lewis Street. Yet, according to the county, no traffic pattern assessment was conducted. We would think a formal assessment should be done. And lastly, 4, the proposed playground site would be located partly on the site that was remediated for petroleum a number of years ago. The county has yet to conduct retesting of that soil, but we have told that they do plan on doing that in the future. So in conclusion, we ask that you please take our concerns under serious consideration, share our concerns with the county, and respectfully, we thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you.
For someone who's not a good public speaker, you're a good public speaker.
I'm a good reader.
Hi, Nancy Murray, Pine Avenue. I actually came here for another reason. I walk that park. I don't live close by the park. I walk from my house down Old Ramp Terrace and down Lewis Street and go to the park and walk different routes through the park to get about 4 miles in. And I'll tell you, I never even heard of that or saw that sign. I learned something new today. I mean, that I read the paper constantly, and I have not heard anything that I just heard tonight. And I use that park as well. And when you cross at Lewis Street, let me tell you, if you're not old school and look both ways, you ain't getting across safe, because those cars are not coming down. And having that offset is probably the best thing that they have, is because you have time when a car comes out of the park, it slows down some of the traffic, at least one way, so that you can get across the street. So I'm thankful that these women came and the neighbors down there came to talk about this, because I had no idea. And if the county thinks putting one sign up someplace where I haven't seen it, and I walk all different ways through that park, I don't understand. It should have been at least advertised with a lot more paperwork. The only thing I saw was a tree that was down because of the storm that was taken out. I just came to say I'm glad to see that something is being done with the first reading for on the ordinances here today for the short-term rentals. So I was just coming to see that, but I'm glad I did come, because I got more information about something that really does affect not just the neighbors. Oh, on Lewis Street, if everybody parks on both sides, it is really tight. I would be surprised if a fire truck could get down there. Thanks.
My name is Stephen Marconda, 24 Harrison Avenue, Saddlebrook. Just a quick announcement that I'm doing an educational presentation about light pollution at the Saddlebrook Public Library, Saturday, April 20th, from 1 to 2 p.m. I'll just give a quick description, and you can get these flyers at the library. I go to Rutgers School of Public Health, and I'll be discussing light pollution and its negative health, safety, and environmental impacts in Saddlebrook and the NYC metro area. Learn what light pollution is and how it negatively impacts human health, wildlife, ecosystems, how it obscures our view of the starry night sky. Learn about and discuss responsible lighting, outdoor lighting practices and policy suggestions to reduce light pollution in Saddlebrook and the area generally. Thanks.
Thank you.
Time on that, Stephen?
It's April 20th. It's a Saturday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I can leave this flyer over there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thomas Van Winkle, 128 Lincoln Avenue, Saddlebrook. Just as usual, I'm going to speak about the Mayor's Youth Group for this month. We just met this past Saturday in the multi-purpose room here in the municipal complex. We have a very enthusiastic group of young people who serve our community. We're going to be helping out with the Township Easter celebration next Saturday, the 30th, from 12 to 2 p.m. in the gym here in the municipal complex. We're going to have volunteers helping out with the food drive table, the egg garden, helping with the photo area for the Easter Bunny, and also trying to advertise and get more members to join our fabulous group. Like I said, we had a very good turnout last Saturday. We were working on a poster to help display what we do throughout the year and how we serve our community throughout the year. So again, it's another reminder to all of you up here and everybody watching at home on our TV station. It's open to any Saddlebrook youth in grades 4 through 12. And we help serve our community service, such as the Easter celebration coming up. Also on April the 20th, which is the third Saturday in April, we're going to be doing our annual Earth Day planting and cleanup at Tricentennial Park. That will begin at 10 a.m. So we hope to have a good turnout for that. So, and we're getting the spring months, and again, just looking to get more members. So thank you for your time.
Thanks, Thomas.
Council, Fawad Malik, Hillside Avenue, South New Jersey. I just want to come out to say thank you to council for the Ramadan function that we had to bring in Ramadan, to have the Ramadan celebration. We met a lot of Muslim people. I didn't know we had that many Muslim people in this town, and the event was awesome. I really appreciate everybody in the council coming out to attend the event, and I look forward for it to be an annual event going forward. Thank you again. Thank you. I'll take it down to the photos.
Good evening. Omar Rodriguez, Saddlebrook. I would like to congratulate all the honorees tonight, and also all the women in Saddlebrook and the country and all over the world. Thanks to them, we're here. We have a lot to celebrate. Thanks to them, the world is moving. Now I would like to touch on a subject. 2 weeks ago, I saw on the agenda about the scooters. We've been discussing, or at least entertaining that idea for months, but nothing is happening, no ordinance yet, and I believe that it should be moved. The season is around the corner, and God forbid somebody get killed. Nowadays, you can see the scooters with companions or passengers, no helmets, in the middle of the street at any time, no signs, no nothing, especially on Market Street. The weather is coming, it's improving. You will see all those scooters and electric motorcycles with no helmets, and they're risking not just their lives, but actually to the drivers of our town. Please reconsider and try to put something in motion in order to have an ordinance ready. Somehow, police should get involved, but if it's no ordinance, nothing can be done. Now, also I would like, I know the time is brief, but I would like some of the council members, if not all, to go on the record tonight and explain to the residents why and where it says reassessment district, what it means, and why are we doing this every year. I don't want to hear from the professionals, but from the council members. Because in my case, it went up $50,000, the assessment. I know the whole process. But the question that all of you sitting over there should be making, we hire a company. Is he helping the homeowners, or is he helping the commercial and businesses. That's what it has to be the bottom line. And the last subject that I would like to bring tonight, it is that it's time to tie our belts. I believe that a small town like ours, 2.7 square mile, shouldn't be spending like one of the richest towns in Brook County. Case in point, 2 weeks ago, I was here at this podium and I was talking about the salary of the business administrator. I request to find out what is the salary. Because for many months, I've been questioning why are we paying $300,000 a year for a business administrator for a small town like ours. After a year, finally, after coming here every month, they get rid of that company. But now they hire a new person. I got nothing against. Maybe I don't know where it's coming from. But I was told that he was making $160,000. I made my case and I said, Browns is the busiest commercial zip code in the United States of America. And the business administrator there is making $135,000. And I was denied here that it's not true, so I just want to pass it on to you because when I speak with facts. Mayor, if you don't mind, please pass it on. That's the resolution. So again, that's the resolution. I have it, $135,000. So I'm going to do it real quick. This is simple math. Saddle Brook is 2.7 square miles. 1 square mile equals to 640 acres. Browns is 10.57 square miles, which equals to 6,766 acres. So you know how much are we paying in Saddle Brook to our business administrator? You know how much we paying? $92 per acre. You know how much you get paid per house? With all those stores, Route 17, Route 4, and all those big homes? The business administrator there get paid $19.95 per acre. Something's wrong with the picture. Something's very wrong. If I gotta go to the rate what Brook is paying right now, $19.95, so in Saddle Brook, a business administrator should be making no more than $35,000. And some of you might say, well, $35,000 nobody makes that money. Well, maybe we don't need a full-time business administrator. Maybe we just need a part-time business administrator. It's time to tie our belts. And some of you at home might say, well, you're going very drastic. But hold on. We have to pay, taxpayers gotta pay. We have the highest business administrator, $300,000. Now we have one at $160,000. But let me remind you, but for so many years and years, Peter Lico has been doing that job on a part-time basis for $6,000 a year. Why was change? Why? I don't see no benefit. The streets are the same. Safety, I don't see improvements. I don't want to criticize no one. But then again, it's time to tie our belts. The economy is not good for everybody. And I see that when I go to those tax sales. The economy is not good. So we cannot be spending as a big town. We have to actually act reasonably. Then in a sales pitch, thank you all for listening. And I will be running for council in June. I'll be running the primary and hopefully in November. Thank you all.
Through the chair, good luck in the primary, Omar, by the way.
Sure.
But I feel compelled. No, you can sit down. I'm not questioning you. I'm commenting. I'm not going to question you back and forth. Through the chair, does that need to happen?
Can I go?
Yeah, I don't think you need to go, but
Just responding, that's all.
just responding.
Oh, I thought that there was not going to be interaction unless I go there. Because if you were responding, I should be able to be on the mic.
Otherwise,
That doesn't work that way. Please, please.
Yeah, so I just.
All right, if you want to go back, go back. But I don't want you to say anything, okay?
You say, it's your
No, he's responding.
Can I say something, he respond? You're the council president.
But you spoke. He wants to respond to what you said.
That's fine.
You don't,
You can get back up as well. What I wanted to say was that you are correct with the resolution, that's a fact, okay? We did a little research ourselves. I think it's improper and very misleading that you're taking one particular jurisdiction, well, although it is a bigger jurisdiction. I know for a fact, okay, you want to talk about facts. The business administrator from Paramus that left, the one that this gentleman replaced at 125, that person was making 225 when he left, okay? I also know that the individual that was hired for 125, and you know this very well, okay, there was a contract. He just got an enormous raise. And, you know, you can say what you want, but $160,000 in this day and age is not excessive. Not hiring somebody that comes with experience. So I just feel that you were a little misleading there. Actually, a lot misleading, but, you know, that's what I have to say. So I want the public to know.
anyone else?
Yeah, I'll say something. If you're an older person, your salary's gonna keep increasing.
You gotta come up, you gotta come up.
I've never been to one of these
All right, well.
things, but yeah, I mean, I agree with Mayor White here. I'll just have to say that I'm in education, and when you
Who are you
start.
and where are you from?
My name is Beth Delvecchio, I'm 798 Southbrook Road, Southbrook, also here, resident over 50 years. And, you know, in education, when you first start out, you're a younger person coming into a profession, you're gonna start at a certain salary. But if you're someone like Mr. Lodico, who's been here for so many years, of course, over the years, you're gonna keep getting raises. That's just common sense, you know, that's how it works. So that's my comment.
Anyone else? Motion to close the meeting to the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mayor?
I just want to reassure the residents from Saddle River Road that came regarding the park and the all-inclusive proposal there for the inclusive park. You know, we hear your concerns, and we will definitely bring them forward to the county. They usually are receptive to if we have something, but I mean, I can't guarantee. I mean, if we go there and say if they have it in their mind that they're going to do it, I don't. It's their property. I don't know if we can stop it. We certainly could make us think about it, but you know, some of the things most of the things you brought up, you made a lot of good points. I mean, just off. You know, I wrote some notes. The additional parking, I agree with. I think it needs additional parking right now. I like your idea about relocating. I think the ice skating rink and the basketball court, it's not really used. And you're right, it doesn't flood that much back there because it's further away from the river. A traffic assessment is essential. I would think they would do that. I know the DEP is going to get involved with the soil, so anytime they do a project, that's a requirement. You know, we will definitely take your complaints to them. So and just so you know, it is in the preliminary stages. The way and when they first came out with this, we luckily we got an email like a day before that they had a hearing, and we went down to listen to them, but they're not, I guess they're not required. I think they have to put it in the paper. If you don't see it, and we didn't, but like I said, fortunately, so we did go down. Councilman Garrett and I went to the meeting and we listened to them. But, they have to apply for a Green Acres grant. So they gotta get the money, but there's a lot of time to make changes. And I believe that they should, heed our warnings and at least look at these things. The traffic assessment for sure. That's a must. They want to. Council President.
Yeah, but you came here with a gripe, and yeah, if you want to speak, I'll give you time to speak.
All I want to say is, you mentioned just people from Saddle River Road here about the county. There's also residents here that live on Dan Way, because the parking from that park goes all the way to Dan Way. Just so it's not just Saddle River Road.
Right.
It's going back in the streets. Okay, that's all I got to say.
So, again, it is in the very early stages, and I think that there's plenty of time to make revisions and put a stop to it, even if it works out that it's a bad idea. So, okay. My comments, I have quite a few. I wanted to mention the budget. We're working on the budget right now. Myself, our business administrator, Jimmy Homsey, our CFO, we've been meeting with department heads, and we're moving along with this budget. Hopefully, we're going to try to keep taxes stable and not have too much of a raise. The senior tax freeze, the Freeze Act, they recently, this year, they raised the ceiling. So now, if you're a senior, is it 55 or 65? I think it's 65, yeah, 65 and older. And you make, as a family, you make less than $163,050, you can apply and get your tax frozen. So it was 150, so they raised it up a little bit. And that's a program many of our seniors do participate in, and it's wonderful. We have some seniors that have been on it for a long time, and they're paying what they paid in 1985 or 86, some of them that have lived a long time. So I implore you, if you are a senior, please look into that, because it's a significant savings. Community Development Block Grant, we've been working with our engineer and grant writer to submit an application. We do that every year. I am the chairperson of the Central Region, and we are going to get together soon to have project presentations. Every town and nonprofit that puts in for funding has to do a presentation, and then there's an allocation of the funds later on. It's our second meeting. So I got involved with that because it's very lucrative to the town. In the past years we get upwards of $200,000 to fix roads, drainage, and things like that. So this year, I'm not sure. The engineer, what's our project this year? Is it paving? 3rd Street? Oh, okay, water main. Or paving? Well, paving, yeah,
but also some drainage.
Okay. I'm also happy to say that we received Federal American Rescue Plan grant funding of $43,000. That was announced a couple of weeks ago for our fire department. The 2024 road resurfacing program, the council, our engineer, DPW superintendent have selected roads that need to be paved this year, and that list will be finalized very soon. Some recent events, I failed to mention this last meeting. I want to congratulate two town residents, 2 Eagle Scouts, Jeremy Carabello and AJ Stansfield. They were awarded that Eagle at a ceremony on Saturday, January 27th. We had our ambulance corps installation dinner Friday, February 23rd at Macaluso's. I want to congratulate all our officers and trustees. I also want a big shout out for Harry Reed for 65 years of service to the ambulance corps and the community. And I just want to thank all of our ambulance corps members for their volunteerism. It's difficult today, especially to get people to volunteer their time. Read Across America was March the 4th. I want to thank all those, some of the councilmen. I know Mr. Samaluka participated in Read Across America. I believe he went to law school. I also want to thank all our teachers, principals, and the staff for doing a great job. It was mentioned about the Ramadan observance ceremony. That was Saturday, March the 9th. It was very well attended, and like the gentleman said, I was surprised how many Muslim residents that we have, and they were very happy to that we did it, and it was really a nice event. And the organizers who helped us out, helped us to set it up, they were very appreciative, as well as the residents. So it is going to be an annual event. We had chicken bingo on Sunday, March the 10th at the Senior Center. It's always a crowd favorite. I want to thank our director, Joe Lisi, of the Senior Center, and all those who helped make it a success. We also had Coffee with a Cop on Saturday, March 16th at Dunkin' Donuts. It's a nice community event. It helps the community meet, residents meet our police officers. The Saddlebrook High School, Middle School had their play, The Addams Family, on March the 15th and to the 17th, so it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was a great show. Congratulations to the students and staff. In case you missed it, the town did videotape it, and their last show, which will be coming on YouTube shortly. I also want to congratulate the Saddlebrook High School National Honor Society. They held their ceremony on Tuesday, March the 19th, this week at the high school auditorium. And congratulate all the new inductees. Some upcoming events: the Ambulance Corps Fish and Chips. The annual Fish and Chips is on Good Friday, March the 29th, from 4:30 to 7 here in the back of the building, the Corps building. Township Easter celebration is also here the next day, Saturday, April 30th, from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Just a few things regarding speeding and parking complaints and resident complaints that we're working on. The gentleman mentioned about Leicester. We've been in the process of in communication with them on that, trying to find a solution. We also did a traffic study. It was done on by the police department on Claremont Avenue. Some residents over there are requesting speed humps. There's a stop sign and no parking was put on Congress at the dead end by the high school parking lot. We're looking at Oxford Avenue near Saddle River Road. There's parking on both sides of the street, makes it too narrow for two-way traffic, so we've been getting some complaints about that. We're trying to figure out what to do. Our police are doing a study there. And then tractor trailers most recently have been driving on Rochelle Parkway again. They go around that cone that we have in the street, but that's become a problem again. So I think that's more of an enforcement issue. Some miscellaneous things. I want to congratulate the 3 new police officers that we swore in on Thursday, March the 14th. There's a new round of veteran banners that are being ordered. The banners that you see, they're going to go up right before Memorial Day. But the deadline to get a banner is March 31st. I know there was 30. I heard from Mike Nahay, who's the organizer, and he said that 30 more banners were ordered. I want to congratulate Rita Trainer for celebrating her 100th birthday. She was a World War II veteran. They had a party, her family had a party in her honor at the VFW on Saturday, February 17th. I want to congratulate Howie Mulder for 60 years of service to the fire department. Howie's also on our library board, and he's past president. I want to also thank Saddlebrook artist, painter Noel Payab for allowing us to display his artwork in the lobby. He's got 3 paintings that are on the administrative side. So he's going to rotate the paintings. This is the second set that he's put in there. The town also printed copies of a portrait of our past, which was Jack Wasdike's, our town historian, his book that he wrote. So copies are available here at Town Hall, $15. If you have it mailed, $20, and they'll be mailed to your home. There was a lot of residents actually on the Facebook page Saddlebrook High School alumni, and memories growing up in Saddlebrook. A lot of residents that no longer live in town, past residents, expressed an interest in the book, so we did make more copies. I want to advise everybody to remember to sign up for Township Alerts, notify me on the town website. It's a new program that we started for Township notifications. Notify me, and if you go to the Township website, there'll be a button there that you can click on, and it'll bring you to the link. The Township offices in DPW are closed Good Friday, March 29th. And finally, I hope everyone had a happy St. Patrick's Day and a happy St. Joseph's Day, happy Easter, Passover, and Ramadan. Thank you.
Councilman Garrett?
I do not have as much as the mayor, but I do have a couple of things. Congratulations to our women in history honorees, Rachel, Helena, Sharon, Dawn, and Eileen, as well as my council colleagues, Flo and Sarah. Thanks for all that you do for Saddlebrook. We really appreciate it. Our next flood committee meeting is Thursday, March 28th, here at our municipal complex at 6:30. All are welcome to attend. We meet in the conference room back here. So anybody that would like to attend on March 28th at 6:30, we'll be meeting here. In regards to the park, please let us know when that meeting is. We would love to attend and help you voice your concerns. We want to make sure they're spending, I believe, somewhere in the area of $3.7 million, that it's spent right and it's done right, and everybody's as happy as they can be with the project. Okay, so please let us know. Okay. And then finally, happy Easter and a happy holiday to all that celebrate. Thank you very much.
Councilwoman Mazur?
I have even less than him. I'd like to congratulate all the women that were celebrating here this evening. Thank you for your dedication to our township. Definitely do appreciate it. I'd like to also congratulate 3 policemen that were sworn in. Be safe, and thank you for your service. And I too would like to reassure you that we're on board with the park. You're watching that closely. Okay. And happy Easter right now. That's it for that one.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Oh, wait. Mayor, thank you for beautiful flowers. Thank you.
I too also want to say that, like the mayor said, the concerns about the park were heard. As a mother of small children, I also have similar concerns. So, we support you. I also wanted to take a minute to also recognize all the outstanding women who were recognized here today. And not only the ones that were recognized here, but also all the outstanding women that we have in our town. I feel that it is important for women to continue to build each other up, support each other, encourage each other, just show a lot of support for one another. I also wanted to take a moment to congratulate the Saddlebrook High School spirit leaders. There was a new league. They were first ever champions for NJIC. They were the first ever state champions for Saddlebrook High School varsity comp cheer. And most recently, they are now national champs and High Point grand champs for the intermediate division. So, all the hard work that the girls and their coaches put in really paid off. So I just wanted to say congratulations to them too.
Councilman Samaluka?
Unfortunately, I might have as much to say as the mayor. I'm not sure yet, though. In regard to the comment, a couple of responding to comments about the business administrator. First of all, what was handed to us was a resolution from March of 2022. It covered the period of March through December of 2022. It started in March. So to me, that means that this appointment was on an interim basis. We did not receive the resolution of appointment for 2023 and the salary for 2023, nor did we receive the resolution of appointment for 2024. So this number, although it is less than what we're currently paying our business administrator, and I don't like to get into salaries. I think that's you go down a slippery slope with that. But we're talking about something that was done 2 years ago on an interim basis, but there's no current salary, and my understanding is that salary has gone up quite a bit. And we did do our due diligence in terms of hiring a business administrator, finding out what business administrators were being paid in the in our vicinity, mostly Bergen County, but specifically in the surrounding towns of our size and population. And we do feel that we made the right choice with Mr. Holmesy. In terms of the tax assessments, anybody who knows, we have a realtor here. We have one of the top realtors in Bergen County sitting here. So when the assessment went up $50,000, it's because she knows, and my wife has just pretty much in the last couple of years gotten into the business. There are houses that are listed for $450 and they're going for $550, and there are houses that you would ordinarily say, that house is $550,000. Well, yeah, people are buying those houses. So yeah, the tax evaluations, they're based on comps. They're based on what's being sold. And the prices of houses are going up. So your assessment, the assessed value of your house is going to go up. Now that, again, depends, the rate changes also. So it's not like it goes up $50,000 and you're being taxed on that full $50,000 because the rate changes. But certainly everyone should have seen an increase in the assessments just because the price of homes have gone up. And people are I heard the other day, somebody offered a household $100,000 over asking. So it's a crazy market out there. So it's not unusual to see an assessment go up, but that's compensated by a tax rate decrease. Scooter ordinance, we're working on that. It's better to get it right than just get it. So we are working, our attorney is working on it, we're working out the glitches. I provided a sample ordinance that we have, because I work in Hoboken, and we have a major scooter issue and e-bike issue in Hoboken. I can't walk a block without almost being run over by a scooter. They do not listen to, I start walking across the street because the light's red and they just come right by and they don't care. Mainly because Hoboken has no parking. People have a lot of Uber Eats and DoorDash and things like that. So there's guys all over the place doing that. There's probably more of those scooters than there are cars. So they have an ordinance which is pretty comprehensive, but we're tweaking it because some of it will not apply to Saddlebrook. So when we think that we got it right, we will be introducing that, discussing that, and voting on it. The gentleman was talking about his presentation regarding lighting, and we are considering a lighting ordinance, but we need to have our planner involved in that, and we will be getting input from the planner because that is an issue. We want the lighting to be correct. I don't believe currently we have an ordinance, or if we do, it's not much of an ordinance with regard to lighting, but we know that is a concern and it's a valid concern. So we are going to have our planner look into that and contact us, and hopefully that'll be on the agenda, and you who are studying that can come in and maybe listen in and potentially give your input on that. The park, the first lady who spoke had a great idea about the location of that, the playground, the special needs playground. And then the second woman, I was excited about that. I said, you know what, we should just put it over there. And then the second woman said that the grant is specifically based on the location being where the location is. So that kind of dampened my enthusiasm. But we're going to try and figure that out, because I do agree that a different place seems like it's a better idea. Further away from the road, further away from potential danger. So we will be involved in trying to get that right. You're going to see, we're going to have a bill reading later on, and you're going to see me leave. It's a recusal. Just so you know, you're wondering why I'm leaving. It's not that I'm not interested, but there's a bill on the list that I had a conflict with the vendor. It's no longer a conflict, but it was at the time. So I am going to recuse myself, and the rest of the council will vote on that. So that's why I'm going to be walking out. Events that happened, and the mayor talked about it, was great to see, to participate in the Read Across America. I read to 2 classes at Long School, and I used to be a much bigger reader, but I've read Shakespeare and Homer and Dostoevsky, and the book I read from Dr. Seuss was harder than any of those. If you ever get the opportunity to read Fox and Socks, do not do it, because your tongue will twist in ways that God didn't intend. So, but the kids were great. They asked questions, they had question and answers afterwards. They were awesome. It was a lot of fun. The Coffee with the Cop, we also attended, and it was great to support the men and women in blue. It was a great bunch of guys and gals. The Ambrose caught fish fry. Did you mention it? Oh, Mary did? Okay. Please, try and attend. It's $20, and you're supporting a great organization. We also attended with a number of council members and the mayor, the Eid celebration. Again, like Fu said, did not know there was outwardly Muslim people in town, and I'm sure not all of them were attending that, but it was supposed to be held outside. The weather was crappy, so we had to go inside. Next year, if it's going to be anything like it is, we'll try and move to a larger space, maybe the gym cut off, because we have the ability to cut off half a gym, but just the sheer number of people there, and I learned a lot. I got to tell you, I knew very little about the Muslim religion, and the speakers were very educational, so I learned a lot, met a lot of nice people there. Can't read my own writing. The woman in the women's club and all the women that received the awards today made me feel a little bad, because they have so much accomplishments compared to me. So I kind of was like, geez, I'm a big nothing up here. There's accolades upon accolades for them, so God bless them, and thanks for all that they do. Lastly, Sarah had said it, our cheerleaders just have made the town proud, national champions, I think, in both spirit leaders and I think at the high school. And congratulations to Nicole Lau, who's their coach and was named, I believe, Coach of the Year. So congratulations. If I don't get to address you later on, happy Easter.
Wow. All right, I'm going to speak on the rolling reassessment that we did. We started, I think, in 2016, 15. When we started that, just to do a little backward, when we started that, when we first got elected, there was 23 tax appeals, commercial tax appeals, from 2007. We got elected in 2014. So the rolling reassessment helps in a way where indirectly, the values are going up, but we have, I believe, less than a third of the tax appeals we had in 2014. So that's less money that we have to pay out as taxpayers to businesses. So the rolling reassessment, in my opinion, has been doing nothing but bettering the situation for us as far as our taxes. Because if we had all these tax appeals, they're not small tax appeals. They're like $2 million tax appeal. It's not like somebody like the homeowner wants to say, oh, my taxes are $15,000. I want to appeal $1,500. That's nothing. But when you have to appeal a $2 million tax appeal, guess where it comes from? It comes from us, the homeowners. So I think indirectly it is helping, and I think it was slightly wrong in that, but I think it just came out wrong. The scooter ordinance should be, I think our attorney does have it, it should be ready for next month's reading. March 30th, we have the spring Easter celebration here at Town Hall. I believe it's 1 o'clock, Mayor?
12.
12 o'clock, I'm sorry. 12. You think I would know that. 12 o'clock, so please come out, have a great time. Bring the kids, bring your family. Congrats to all the women that were recognized tonight. not only those women, but all women, because think about it, if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't be here right now. So thank you very much for being you and doing what you do in your everyday lives. The mayor mentioned that we have a large increase of tractor trailers on some of our roads. I'd like to see if we could arrange for county weights and measures to come in and enforce those trucks. Because once you start enforcing it, the tickets for a commercial vehicle supersede tickets for a regular vehicle. A truck comes by, they get ticketed based on that tonnage. So if one truck is ticketed, I don't want to say you can make, but you could ticket that truck anywhere from $4,000 to $28,000 for 2-3 tickets. So if we could do that and deter them from coming to some side streets, especially if they're overcrowded with parking, and that bridge can't handle the amount of trucks that goes over every day. So I'd like to see if we could push that issue with the county and move that forward. As far as the cheerleaders, congratulations to cheerleaders, but rec basketball too. I believe there was 3 teams that made it to the playoffs and won. So I want to congratulate them as well. Happy Easter, happy Passover, and happy Ramadan. And thank you, everybody. Engineers report. Engineers report. Well, please have a look.
Usually I give
You want to do it now? Or you want to do it again?
We're just moving forward with the road program for this year. Survey's been out there and they're nearly complete with the survey. So I think we're doing well with the schedule there. Hobson and Midland should be paved very soon.
Hobson was that street I was mentioning. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to do some concrete work there shortly and probably pave sometime next month. Midland also, after the water main work that was done there, that will also get paved where the work was done. Alberta Drive is another one that's going to get paved soon, but we're waiting for the gas company to see if they will replace the gas main on that road so that that can be done before any paving is done. And that's about it for now.
Thank you.
Sure.
Ordinances.
First reading, ordinance 1744-24. An ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook in the County of Bergen and the State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 206, Article 4, General Provisions, Section 206-9 of the Code of the Township, entitled Permitted Uses to ban short-term rental of dwellings for periods of 28 days in any and all zoning districts for first reading.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now therefore be resolved that the ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 206, Article 4, General Provisions, Section 206-9 of the Code of the Township, entitled Permitted Uses, to ban short-term rental of dwellings for periods of 28 days in any and all zoning districts, heretofore passed on first reading, be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on April 18, 2024 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, according to law with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance be further considered for final passage.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Simaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Garrick?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Armando?
Yes.
All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member or members so request it, in which case the item or items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. The one motion signifies adoption of all resolutions, receive and file letters, correspondence, reports, and approval of minutes and applications. Now, part of the consent agenda is the November 2nd, 2023 minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Councilman Samuka?
Technically recusing myself.
That's later on.
This is
It's under new business.
new business, okay. Then my answer is yes.
Councilman Garrett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer? Council President Accomando.
Yes.
The minutes of November 2nd, 2023.
Motion?
Councilman Samuka?
Yes.
Is that date correct?
I think, correct,
November 2nd. Check. Hold on a second. I'll have to check this, but it's on the minutes, but it might be the 20.
I think we might have had only the one meeting that month because of
Oh, yes, that's right.
municipalities.
Because the municipalities, we met on the one day.
Yeah.
The second. I'll double check. Thank you, Councilman.
We did have a work session that night.
We had the public meeting.
We did both.
We did both.
Why so long ago, November 2nd?
Catching up because we had so many work sessions that were public meetings.
Okay.
Catching up on the minutes.
All right.
Councilman Samuka?
Yes.
Councilman Garrett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Abstain.
And Council President Accomando.
Yes. Whole business?
I got something for you.
Whole business? New business?
Yeah, I just wanted to reiterate what Mr. Samaluka said about the scooter ordinance. And actually, in a perfect world, we have work sessions. And our work session was the first Thursday of the month, and we spoke about it. And then, hopefully, in an ideal world, we hash everything out and then come up with how we want the ordinance to read and modify it, revise it, or whatever. But we did speak about it, and then in between, there was some, with a lot of thought, some of the council people had some concerns about certain things, and they brought it to Mr. Ladico's attention. And so we tabled it, and we tabled it for the first reading. So now, we're gonna go back, the next work session will be in April, the first Thursday in April. I don't know what the date is, but we should be able to get all that cleared up. But you wanna make it right. You don't wanna pass an ordinance and then have to change it in between and repeal it or whatever. So it's good that that happens, because you wanna get it right the first time. But we have been working on that for a while, so, and it will be done. I want to congratulate the spirit leaders and the basketball program. I just want to say that we do post all those accolades. We try to have them posted on the town Facebook page and the website. Town Recreation has a Facebook page as well. So if you check it out, check out the page, and it'll show all those things. Tractor trailers, that's a good idea. The county makes mentions of all. I will definitely reach out to them. Thank you.
Anyone else in the business?
Do we have a date for townwide garage sale? Usually it's
Yeah, we usually do it in May. Yeah, so coming up, we gotta get going on that.
We haven't had much, I was checking, we had like 24 people in May, another 20 people maybe one.
Yeah. The last couple of years, I think we did 2.
Yeah, we've done 2.
Right.
We haven't had the interest.
Haven't had the volume.
Let's see how maybe May goes.
Yeah, it was,
And then
sure.
decide, you know, if we need to, if we can't do it in the fall.
Councilor Garrett?
I would like to see us continue to talk about possibly installing some cameras around.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, just
Good idea.
continue
Thank
the
you.
conversation with that. I know that's going to be an expensive endeavor. Hopefully at some point we can find some funds within our budget to start incorporating some cameras throughout the town in light of what's been occurring. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I just forgot to mention before, I just want to extend my condolences to Joan Ramsey for the loss of her father, George Chino, and also to Vinnie Liberty for the loss of his father-in-law, Rich Diana.
This is Diane.
Mother-in-law. Oh, I'm sorry, mother-in-law.
We have business.
New business.
We have resolutions. Council has no objection. These were added to the agenda. We have them separated for that reason. We have the resolution for Women in History Month. We have a resolution for emergency temporary appropriations, police access system, award of the emergency contracts for the police department, the changing of the name, Kumo back to Best Buds, preliminary investigation for local.
I'm sorry.
Preliminary investigation for local redevelopment for 93 Market Street, authorize the payment of bills, apply for the community development grant for 3rd Street road improvements. And not, we'll do separately, as Councilman Samuka said, is the payment of bills for the offline.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have resolution number 6 is to authorize the payment of bills, offline checks. Councilman Samuka will be recusing himself at this point of the meeting. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Should we leave him out
Leave
there?
him out there.
Stay out.
Lock the door.
I'd like to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only.
Motion to open the meeting to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is now open, agenda items only. Anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none.
Motion to close. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Through the chair, I believe we do have to go into closed. I don't think it's on the agenda, but
Okay.
can we do a motion?
Motion to go into close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna go into closed session now, so give us like, how long we need?
Yeah, no action is going to be taken.
Enough?
No.
No action.
To just state the general reason for closed, whether it's litigation, it has to be under. I can give you the. Okay. Let me just look through the 8 exceptions. Not really bad. That's under 1, matters required by law to be confidential. Any matter which by express provision of federal law, state statute, or rule of court shall be rendered confidential, excluded from the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. So, yeah, that would be it. Okay. Yeah, there's normally a resolution that gets, that gets this in. Oh, you have it? Perfect. Okay, excellent. Thank you. All right, that's it. Yep.
We have a motion and a second.
Motion to close session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
We can leave or we can, or stay here. I don't think, we, Jimmy, how long do you think? 10 minutes?
Yeah, 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll go. James.
I almost fell off my seat. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Have a good night, everybody.
Meeting's